Let's get it started. Journeyman, gentlemen, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D here to encourage, to motivate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Creating a better mindset today. Hey, what I'm doing tonight is I'm late, I'm very late, but I'm on a new platform and hopefully it's going well. Hope it's visible. Yeah, hopefully it's visible because the last previous weeks it has not been. Now I need to make sure that the powers that be that I can be seen, and I will. Let me see in my comment section. I put my links in the comment section. All right. So what I will do is I'm gonna go ahead and put another link in the comment section for those who are coming on. Want to give you 2 cents? Go ahead and do it. You may get a more metaphorical nickel back. All right, so all right, got the link in the section, and it's in there. All right, so what we will do tonight is that I am going to actually make good on what I promised to do in the previous weeks, and because I didn't get a chance to get it didn't come on. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. I was on another setup, and the setup didn't do what I wanted to do. So therefore, I decided to go on this one. So hopefully, I need comments. If my stuff is off, please, if you cannot see, you cannot hear, it's not clear, please let me know. Let me know in my comment section. So I'm texting some people right now. Hopefully some people are on the hot mess, and we're talking about 3 topics. It's a potpourri of, as my mother would say, hot stinking mess. Sure is. Now, what we're talking about, we are referring to 3 headlines that I've been trying to do for the last 2 weeks. Let me cut my music up off or down because it's getting on my nerve. It's getting on my nerve. All right. So what we're talking about is Kendrick Lamar Drake. And Kendrick Lamar Drake, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and we talked about Diddy, his latest stuff. So I'm gonna play clips first, and then we're gonna have a discussion about them. All right. So let me see.
His time is over. In this report about a figure who's been at the top so long, many say his time is over. Challenger will stop at nothing for the throne. Now, that might apply to the president defending his title from a former president, but this is actually a different throne. As the rapper with the most hits, Drake, fights the rap artist with the most acclaimed poetry, Kendrick Lamar. And that's not all, because I can tell you in the past 6 weeks, there are about 10 new songs from 4 different artists, mostly a raid against Drake, and at the core of it, a battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. These songs are topping the charts. They're captivating fans. As a matter of news, Joe Biden's presidential campaign has just engaged on the Kendrick Lamar side, using his new lyrics to go against Trump. We are talking about an event that is so big in our culture, it has become part of our politics and public life, driving debates and plenty of news.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar are trending after taking aim at one another.
There is a lot to unpack in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
The 2 legendary rappers can each making some very wild accusations.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle, who do you think would win?
Got to go with Kendrick.
So, the winner in music, a big surprise, Kendrick Lamar.
The Pulitzer Prize in music almost always has gone to someone in the world of contemporary classical music.
I love the Drake new project, and I just really take that as, love from my little brother.
There's another battle next week, right? And I don't want to hear about it. I'm signing you up, man.
The 2 best of their generation in their prime. I've never seen a rap battle give us this much music.
Throwing haymakers like Lamar, Kendrick at Drake.
Everyone keeps coming up to me and asking, Gail, where do you stand on this Drake-Kendrick Lamar feud?
Yeah. Me has been the best rap battle I've ever witnessed.
Right now, we've just lived through the most significant battle in any musical genre in decades, the most consequential clash of this digital era. In fact, it's the internet that helps us show how we know that over 100 million people have actually heard these songs or about them. And this is deeper than rap, to paraphrase Rick Ross. It's about culture, truth, capitalism, civil rights, and what values we honor and award. Now, in the two poles of hip-hop, Kendrick Lamar roughly represents the more artistic, raw, and truthful voice. Remember I mentioned Governor Adlai Stevenson's line? Well, Lamar echoes him in this line in the battle directed at Drake.
I know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too, but don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
Lamar taking shots from a higher ground, and he lit the fuse for this whole battle in a recent verse after a long-running Cold War between these two. Then both artists did about 11 songs in all, including 8 in just the last 17 days, a flurry of music. Lamar argues in these songs that Drake is a, quote, scam artist with the hopes of being accepted, and proclaiming himself the true artist, like a modern Raphael who heals and gives you art. But he says the industry's cooked as he picks the carcass apart. Lamar's allegories treat our Drake as a kind of soulless zombie atop a dead industry. And Lamar casts himself as a reluctant but lethal artistic warrior and revolutionary. He indicts Drake for continuing the ugly American playbook of exploiting black culture, copying and stealing art without credit or value, without equity. And this is an issue from current artists that Drake works with to the others that he may idolize. Take the late Tupac Shakur. Lamar invokes Tupac partly for their shared vision. Pac condemned these same capitalist dynamics before his untimely death at age 25.
All the society is doing is leeching off the ghetto. They use the ghetto for their pain, for their sorrow, for their culture, for their music, for their happiness, for their movies.
Leeching. Tupac Shakur was then diagnosing a problem in American capitalism and how it controls culture, what he called there the ghetto, quote unquote, or black culture, from entertainment and movies and music to withering and punishing contracts and abusive artists while they lived and after they died. This is a long-running issue. We've covered it on this program before. It relates, of course, to civil rights, to capitalism, and to politics. As for the current debate, hip-hop experts like Ebro Darden report that Lamar was right to tackle this particular use and exploitation of culture and language.
The streets in this hip-hop means something. The streets and the community, where this stuff comes from, the language you're using, the slang you're using, I don't know, the affiliations to individuals who live a lifestyle that is nefarious, those affiliations, they mean something to your credibility.
This means something to your credibility, Darden explains. And so what may look to some like just a battle between two big entertainers, maybe you've heard a little bit about this and thought it's just an entertainment story. What may look like that is something much deeper for many, many people. Now, it's a battle. Drake has been arguing that Lamar is actually the poser in his own right, saying he acts like an activist and plays with those themes lyrically, but doesn't actually take action for his community, that it's all make-believe. Drake also says that while he works hard, Lamar doesn't even make that much music anymore. And Drake dismisses this kind of hand-wringing over hits as Kendrick trying to have it both ways. The idea is top artists want to go number one. So Drake argues his competitors only do so by either making songs with him, so they do benefit from it, he would argue, or picking fights and talking about him, the boy, in a lopsided 20-on-1 matchup.
We already know it's a 20v1. We already know why you went number one. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot.
Now, Drake's responses make some points here with artistry. But over the course of this battle, he found himself defending a type of status quo and then backing off this big, long-awaited battle after he'd taunted Lamar about everything from how often he drops music to whether he would get involved in this battle, which he really did. Now, what we're discussing here is a small slice of these issues. Both men also accused each other of serious crimes with no evidence, the kind of claims that responsible journalists don't even repeat. The song's devolving into acrimony and unverifiable accusations, as the New York Times put it, with attacks on everything from race to appropriation to body image to misogyny and trauma and more. Now, many have noted the extremes as well here. And this is where culture may reflect and extend some of the broader problems we face today. From our politics to how we live and learn and engage online, we have this kind of cynical anti-truth mode that has become very normalized. I bet you're familiar with it if you follow news and politics. This is where in campaigns and sometimes in cultural conversations, people will seriously say, well, if the conspiracy theory sticks, it doesn't matter if it's true. It worked. And I want to be clear as we take a look at this important battle that these kind of lyrical contests were once waged more in the spirit of argument, lyricism, artistry, and some sense of truth. So we should ask, are they now graded on just the most effective lies or conspiracy theories? Because if that happens, then art can devolve into politics, to partisan loyalty, not listening to the other side, claiming everything is justified for your team, and as mentioned, effective lies win, so why not use them too, and the other side's doing it anyway, yada, yada, yada. Now that's not only corrosive, it also makes us vulnerable to a bigger problem where culture is less able to do what it has done, including specifically civil rights and black culture and American life for a long time, which is push us and redeem even our political divides. Today, some of this may only reflect them. And again, that may be a product of our digitized era. I'm not saying who in one single story is responsible, but noting some of these wider conflicts. So that's big picture. Now, this is still a battle, and there is the question of who won. Most hip-hop heads say Kendrick Lamar. That's clear online, from fans to rap media. As for the hits, well, this new Kendrick Lamar catalog, the new diss songs I've been telling you about against Drake, they're doing higher numbers with more likes than Drake, and they're breaking records, again, coming out of the unpredictable, organic, spontaneous exchange of poetry between these two lyricists. Now, Lamar himself cautions against using only that kind of metric. In the new songs, he criticizes faking for likes and digital hugs. It's on one of those new diss tracks, and he contrasts that with authentic credibility. Indeed, in these songs, after lodging objections to bad taste and bad ideas and appropriation and exploitation, Kendrick Lamar underscores his argument, which I've told you is supported by many in America right now, that he actually represents a movement. He says, notice, I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling. End quote. All right. Now, art is not usually a competition, but we all have choices to make, from how we live to what we support. And even when it's boiled down to just picking sides, it can be more significant to look not only at who you endorse, because we're all going to make up our own minds, and I encourage you to do that, but how are we getting there? And are we communicating and figuring that out? Do we define the criteria and values we use to make these choices, political, musical, cultural, or otherwise? And do we figure out if those criteria and values are correct, or if they need to evolve? You know, this battle tested those values for many in real time. And what happens in the culture matters, not only in the moment, because we're here on the first draft of history, but often for years to come, especially for the next generation, shaping minds. And a lot more people follow culture than news and politics. So when we have one of these big debates in real time, we should listen to each other and definitely to the next generation. What do people stand for? Who do we oppose? Why do you care if they're not like us? And what do we want to be? In the end, I've told you before, lyrics are poetry. They can help us see and grow. And some of these questions, how we answer them together, are even more important than anything else in the debate.
I put a comment in, what do you think as far as the whole process? The whole process and what's going on. I get you. what I think that happened. Well, I did a little research based on the front end and the inception of the beef. You know, it was interesting. It's interesting because I think J. Cole as well as Kendrick was invited, was on a tour with Drake. I mean, he invited him on tour with Drake. So on a tour with them, but after the fact, you know, they're still in good standing. But after the fact, Kendrick came out with this album, and why he on the streets, that the album, he was saying he's better than everybody, but he was in a braggadocious way that all rappers say. They and most of the rappers that that heard the album, they say, oh yeah, they felt him, they understood what he meant, because everybody wants to feel like they're better, that they're better than the other, and the put down was within context of the album, trying to make it flow. That everybody, all the other rappers understood what he was saying and took it in stride. However, it's been stated in the industry that Drake has a little thin skin. He has thin skin. So Drake came back at him. He came back in a hard mannerisms. He came back in a way that he should have came back. And there started the beef. Now, if anybody else has anything to take on, I'd like to get on and give me a response. I'm gonna go ahead and play the other clip. I wanted to talk about each clip in between, but I gave my say so.
Time's expired. Does any other member seek recognition? Chair recognizes Ms. Green.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on. Order.
Mr. Chairman, that's beneath even the order of your committee.
Order.
Please. Point of order.
We have a point of order. Mr. Lynch, state your point.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to ask the parliamentarian if your conduct here in raising money in connection with this hearing is referable to the Ethics Committee within this hearing. Is a motion in order to refer your conduct and your abuse of...
It's not a point of order.
Mr. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to pay us? Okay. All right, we're suspending.
Absolutely.
But I believe there's another motion coming. So you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Perry, okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry is going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
okay, reserve the right to
apologize.
I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority...
You're not...
Yeah, you're not... You don't have enough intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike the... I move to strike the lady's words again.
That's two requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the words.
There's another motion to strike the words again. Please.
All right, okay, here's the correct priority. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike my words, but I'm not
apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
Reserve the right to object, Chairman. I reserve the right to
recognizes
object.
Mr.
I
Perry.
reserve the right to object.
Chairman, I move that Mr. Goldman's words and Ms. Ocasio-Cortez's words be straight.
Okay.
Which words, and you have to do it contemporaneously, object. The objection must be contemporaneous and feeding your...
We weren't able to.
But I object. It doesn't refer to anything that's on the floor. It has objected immediately to under the rules and
Chairman,
point of parliament.
Parliamentary.
No, this not the one. This not the one. But yeah. What happened with that earlier on this whole thing? That's when she called it beach blonde butch. She just went off on her. Okay, but let's go back to the previous video where I talked about what's your take on the Drake and Kendrick. I gave a little background, but Lee, you may know a little bit more.
What's my take on it?
Yeah, your take, because the inception of it was pretty petty. Let me get you on equal footing. Let me get up here.
Give me a Reader's Digest of that story.
A Reader's Digest.
Version
Okay.
of it.
What happened? All right. So what happened was they was on tour. I mean, it was on tour. Drake was on tour. He had J. Cole and Kendrick going on, kind of put them on. Kendrick was already on, but it's kind of like camaraderie thing. But in any case, after that, they still was on good terms. Kendrick came out with his album. It's on fire. His album get on fire, but he was talking braggadociously about how he is better than everybody else, which most rappers say. Now, all the other rappers, all his other peers had no problem with it because that's what they do. But in the industry, it's known that it's shown that Drake don't have the thickest skin, and so he felt a little sorry. He felt a little sour, so to speak. Now, and so therefore he did a diss track, and that started the beef.
Yeah, those beats, this modern day beats, I would probably say more on wax than anything, because a lot of these rappers and a lot of these entertainers, they do things just for the sensational aspect of it and situation to be sensationalized so you can get liked.
Pull down to the camera. You can't see your face. Right. Yeah.
But in terms of like it meaning anything or being in substance, I think they're just doing it for the cameras.
Okay. Later on in the disses, it got a little bit more personal. I think Drake started talking about Drake was talking about his daughter, about his kids, and then they went back and forth. Started talking about,
I think I remember hearing that as well. I think he may cross the line with that because you don't want to bring family in it. Right. So I think he went cross the line with that.
Okay. Hey, Renee, what's your take?
I agree with him. I think these things are done to sell records and to put people back in the spotlight. Beefs, rap beefs or hip hop beefs, they've been happening for years. I just think the way of making them get more attention in the media.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think that, but the beats of old was was uh was gangster like. It came back with fire and fights. Case in point, Source Awards, Biggie, Tupac, you know, altercations. However, I heard one of the Kendrick's on this. He's like, Drake, stay over in your lane. Why you coming over here? Talk about girls. Talk about what you good at. I think Snoop told him just do what you do well. He's come over the gangster and also a diss on his area. What Kendrick said, you don't even write your own raps. And so and he kept going back and forth. However, it seemed more verbal wordplay than anything else. But the interesting thing is, if you see on the video on the clip I showed, is that it's becoming part of political verbiage. I mean, Biden talk about using stuff about the diss in campaign slogans. It's becoming very well known. It's becoming part of
Biden.
common. Yeah, Biden. Yes, Biden. Yeah, I showed the clip. I showed him using like he Kendrick and Trump. Trump is Drake or something. And they asked, "Oh, who you for?" It went political because the news. I showed the clip of news footage. I'm talking about not me, the white guys talking, and so it's not just segmented to urban area. Uh, it has some type of mass appeal, and some people will say even world appeal. The people are interested. They're interested in what. I just
Joe
picked it up
Biden.
because I thought, yeah, Joe Biden. I just thought I picked it up because I thought it was intriguing that wow, everybody's talking about it. What is it to it? Because I don't really listen to it. I don't listen to it. I said, what is it? But what is it to it? And come down. All I see is your nose hairs. Lee, you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I saw, and the most current diss from Kendrick was no from Drake was is pretty much got him looking sus. Got him a little suspect. Renee, you know what suspect mean?
Suspect what? Because
You know what suspect? You familiar with ATL, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
What they say about a lot of men in ATL? Yeah, you gotta look at sus. You have to listen to the diss. Have you heard the new diss?
no, I haven't, to be honest. I've heard
Have
about it.
you?
I've not ever heard it.
It told he was telling Drake was telling Kid open up his mouth.
Okay. Wow.
Trying to do Diddy. He said he want to make you. He said, I want to make you mine." And those things they go, And you see a whole bunch of clips that they're playing, and the people their expectation, or they want to hear what they have to say, right? So they on pins and needles, like a man and his wife, man and his girlfriend, listen to him, and it's like, okay, the beat, yeah, okay, the beat is, oh wow, oh wow. It's like it just said the first couple lines. After the first couple lines, nobody wants to listen to it anymore because it's out there.
Yeah, that seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, so I mean, that's it. That's yeah, that's out there. So I wanted to see pretty much what that was about. So that's why I did a little research on it and find out because they got a lot of them, and because of the music industry now, You don't have to wait to a producer records it. You go downstairs in your own home studio, put a couple of tracks together, get engineered together, and put it out that very night.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get more downloads than a lot of albums.
Yeah.
It's like everybody waiting for the next episode of Power or Empire, just the latest Marvel flick. And as soon as it comes out, they're gonna get it. Like they're gonna binge. They're gonna listen to it, and then it's like a competition. Then everybody say, "Who's the winner?"
Maybe people are just bored.
Yeah.
You know, maybe people are bored. Because beef.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a beef all the same, but right. Yeah, that's true. And let's address the Marjorie. What is Marjorie Taylor Greene? Abe said that it's a whole bunch. He said it's a whole bunch of political mess for the most part.
Yeah, it just seemed very off. I mean, it's. But once again, I think it's a stunt. You know, I really think it's a stunt, and it's working because they certainly have people watching them. This is how you sell records,
Right. Yeah.
Put yourself back in the.
Yeah. How you sell records? And let's see if I'm gonna pull up this other clip. The Beach Blonde. Let me see. Share. Here's the exchange. Here's the exchange. The famous exchange.
Hey friends, Eric here. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can retire with just 3.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
Is she a porn star?
Wow.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman. That's beneath even
the order of your committee.
Order. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aww.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl?
We are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to pay? Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she apologized. No.
Hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms.
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
okay, reserve the right to object.
I am not apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
It's pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not. You don't have enough intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike the.
I move to strike the lady's.
I move the lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the words.
There's another motion to strike her words again. Please.
All right, okay,
members under
here's
control.
the correct apology. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time. Yes, I'll strike my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's?
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a
Hold on.
part of.
Trying to find clarification on what
Chairman,
I didn't.
motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just said
You
just
voted
to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't
just
want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm
trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down. Calm down.
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying to
Miss
get
Crockett,
clarification.
you're not
Y'all wanna-
recognized.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy. And these are adults.
Yeah.
You know?
What am I at? Here we go. Okay. All right, damn. Yeah, so your beach blonde, but a blonde bleach, badly built body. Badly built butch body. Now that's why I been said it's a mess. I been said
You wouldn't think this would be adults in leadership, but hey, what can you say?
yeah. This is just a bunch of political. She would say mess, and now they play the last clip. Let me see. All right. Okay.
The video is disturbing. Just released surveillance footage from 2016 showing what appears to be Diddy violently assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie. In the video obtained by CNN, Diddy, seen in a towel, strikes Cassie, and after dropping to the ground, she is kicked twice from behind. Diddy then attempts to drag her away from the elevator bank. Later in the footage, it appears Diddy shoves Cassie in the corner, then throws an object in her direction. So far, he has not commented, and in a statement to ET, Cassie's attorney says, quote, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs." 6 months ago, Diddy and Cassie reached an undisclosed settlement after she accused him of rape, sex trafficking, and physical abuse during their 10-year relationship. Diddy denied the allegations.
It's clear that he was assaulting and battering her. We didn't see what led up to it, didn't see how it ended, but that doesn't really matter when you see something like this. That has nothing to do with the criminal investigation that's being conducted.
Of course, Diddy still faces possible criminal charges in connection to 2 federal raids on his homes back in March, reportedly connected to other allegations of sex trafficking.
Diddy is still facing problems on a number of fronts. First of all, he's got the 4 civil lawsuits, and then he's facing the criminal investigation by the federal government. The government is fact-finding, investigating, and slowly moving toward what most people will assume will be indictments.
All right, there's no clips. So, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's sad. Obviously, he was abusive. I mean, there's no mystery anymore. He did call him coming for a bad boy for life, so I guess he was living up to the name. But yeah, it is sad that people can be so toxic and so full of drama when there's so much peace available to you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can buy it. I mean, everything's as exposure, exposure. But when you outlast, I believe when you outlast with individuals like that, especially when they're close to you, this is a deeper going issue now. That was done a while back. He did an apology. He did an apology about I don't know if you've seen it. Let me see Diddy's apology. Diddy's apology. Let me see. All right, here we go. This definitely is easier. Please apology. All right, here we go. Let's play this. Oh, hear nothing.
Bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility.
Maybe show that part. Yeah. So what? So do you think his apology was sincere?
It sounds sincere, but with what they're accusing him of, it's hard to tell because obviously he may have been good over these years of hiding who he really is. But it seems sincere. I think it's fair just to accept it as sincere. And like you said, I mean, I think it was good that he was able to acknowledge, God in it. And, yeah, it's sad. Obviously, he had a problem, and he may still have a problem. Nobody,
Right.
I don't normal happy people do things like that. That's a sign of internal sickness. But
go ahead.
We have. But here's the reality: if not for God, hey, we like to think that he's a bad guy and we're the good guys. The truth of the matter is, outside of Jesus Christ, we're all bad guys. And there's no telling what we may or may not do, depending on the situation. So I say he's not asking for forgiveness, though. I say accept it as sincere, and now he has to accept the consequences or whatever the court ruling is.
Is it possible that just throwing this out here, is it possible that his PR that
is possible.
He said this is what you need to say, and you need and you need to be and present sincerity on there. Don't ask for forgiveness, just apologize for what was done. And because none of that, he can't go to jail for that. However, but for optics, it's bad.
Yeah.
He said the right words for the public, for public, because public opinion was killing. And so if he didn't say anything, that'd have been worse. That means he was hiding and he has something to hide. He's guilty, he has something to hide. Right now, only thing came out only thing is coming out is speculation what people said, but then they show video of him, kicking her, throwing stuff at her. That don't look good. That kind of builds into the narrative that you're abusive.
Well, I think in his apology, there's an admission that he was not and he is not a well person,
right?
And that he acknowledges that. And you're right. I mean, it probably is some PR. I mean, I'm sure he has a team of probably very well paid people trying to help him weather the storm.
But just think about it. Isn't that what you want to hear? Your response is just the benefit of doubt. Now I don't have a dog in the fight, so just the benefit of doubt that they want to sway his way as far as public opinion. He got issues, he got problems, and he's dealing with it. He says he's with great help, went to go see help, and he believes in God too. Maybe trying to go back to his Christian roots. He said he asked God to help him. Yeah, I'm praying and I asking God to help me, guide me, because I got problems. I went to rehab. I was discussing about my behavior, because we all have things that we discuss about. Some are bigger than others. And I'm really sorry. I'm disgusted with what I'm saying. I don't ask for forgiveness. I just want you to know that I am woefully, soulfully, and utterly disappointed at myself. And for that, I am sorry. Man, it happens. Maybe tonight that string, we forgive you.
Yeah, I say, well, we forgive you. Now accept the punishment. And
ain't no punishment for that one.
But I mean, like whatever the courts decide when it's all said and done.
Right, but that's for the courts as well.
Well, technically, there was a punishment for it.
What was the punishment?
Because I don't know, but apparently
it's statutes.
She got paid a very handsome amount of money.
That's one, yeah, but that was for one at a time, and that's so she wouldn't keep on talking.
Right, but from what they're saying, if it's true what they're saying she received, then
$30 million, right?
Huh? Yeah,
$30 million.
I tell you what's sticking out. You know what? Hey, every kingdom comes to an end, right?
Right. I think
so. He was on the top of the mountain for very long. And I guess now it's almost over.
I think he could. I think he could actually get in front of this, but I think the narcissistic behavior trait is set in play. And he said, "Me ain't gonna do nothing to me. You ain't gonna do it. I'm the man." Yeah, I don't think he thought anything. And I think that she asked for. He could have squashed it earlier, and it took her already filing. See, what he needed is for it never to be filed, and I'm pretty sure she presented it to him before, and then she probably had to go. Just give me $15 million. I won't say nothing. I ain't give you nothing. He cussed out too. It's okay.
Now it's a lot worse.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, it's all right. My lawyers get in contact with you. Say you can't touch me. Yeah, and they got him.
Yeah,
they got him. They came back because they talked one day and then $30 million next day. But she already filed prior to that. So, but I guess that's prevent from filing anything else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, crazy world, man. But hey, you know what? I say this: whoever, a lot of people coming forth and suing him. I say, hey, pay him, move on.
Right?
You're sincere. You apologize for what you've done. Pay the people and move on. Most of these people, I don't know this for a fact, but I suspect that if you went to them and say, "Hey, what do you rather?" You have a choice: him go to jail, or would you rather the money? I don't know this, but I suspect a lot of them be like, "Give me the money." So I say, so I say, hey, you say you're sincere, you're getting help, you're getting therapy, pay the people, and move on.
Yeah.
And you're moving on. Maybe you might be at the bottom of the lake. You know, you may never be. So you may need to pay the people, go somewhere like in the Virgin Islands somewhere, live peaceably, and we don't hear from you again. You know, don't do like OJ and be back in the spotlight. Like, no, just you know, pay the people, go somewhere, just be quiet, become a farmer in the Virgin Islands somewhere, and just stay out the limelight.
You know, OJ said, "Forget that. I'm reading a book."
Yeah, see, and you see where that got him. You know, go somewhere like old folks would say, go somewhere and sit down and be quiet.
Sit your tail down.
That's right. All that money, all that stuff, most of it's gonna be gone. You might be able to keep, I don't know how much he's worth, but let's just say you might be able to keep a good, I don't know, maybe $1 million, maybe take that, divide it up by, maybe let's say you get another 60 years. You get another 60 years, divide it up, go to the Virgin Islands or the Philippines or Thailand somewhere, or Vietnam, and just Cambodia, and live peaceably and quietly, and we don't hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't write a book. Don't don't rob somebody. Don't go on no reality shows.
Yeah. I think not only did he write a book, I think he did he went, the person he was writing it with or working with is the guy that testified against him.
Yeah,
that testified against him on the stand.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's my prayer for P. Diddy. Pay the people, give your life to Christ, serve God, go somewhere quiet, and live your life peaceably. And
what?
That's it. Go become a mango farmer somewhere in Montana. No, not Montana. I won't do that to him. Nothing wrong with Montana but the snow. Let's give him something like Texas or Florida. I know, Hawaii. Go sit down somewhere, become a Christian, give your life to Christ, and then just follow Jesus. And move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's interesting. As I said, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why you would do something like that. But who knows what people go through? We talked about it before, so who knows what people go through and what's going through their mind.
Hey, they're sinners, Without Jesus, we'd be doing the same, maybe not the exact same thing, but something on the same level,
Yeah.
The sinners sin. That's what they do. And they're good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Yeah, so to wrap up the hot mess, brother say he'd be back in 5 minutes. I know he probably went to sleep. But the hot mess, uh, uh, hot mess first starting out with not Diddy. We talk about Drake. Uh, it's interesting how two individuals who are masters at their craft can be involved in a long-standing verbal feud that will it's not going to end anybody's career. What it does is highlighting the craft. It really is, as far as the poetry of it all. Even though there's a vulgarity in the bars that are being spit, but they're words that connect, that flow within context. Even though they're jabs and nothing's uplifting, nothing's encouraging, and nothing building up the other individual, but it's it it's kind of it draws you in to see the mindset and why and how people can dig to the words. What it really does, it tells you significance. It shows significance of the power of the word. It really highlights the power of the word, and how deep a person could go in depth into a person's household and their livelihood just with their words that would cause such a fire that would cause you to retaliate. You wouldn't retaliate if there wasn't a part that struck you, affected you.
Well, mostly, but remember, these people, they're wired in a way where somebody be like, their mature side may be like, I'm just going to ignore it. But then there are people like, oh man, you got to say something. You know, you can't let them get it. You know what I mean? Like me, I would ignore it. I wouldn't care. But they probably wired like, oh man, you got to say something. You can't let them get it with that, you know?
Right. That's true. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's just taking shots at everybody. You ain't intelligent. Keep your you talk too loud. It's indicative of the stereotype that all black people are loud. Your eyelashes, you can't see because your eyelashes are too long. Indicative everybody has long eyelashes and just extra. And then when she told the Hispanic, she's like, you're not intelligent. Or do you want to argue? You want to debate? And so she had a couple of strikes against her, and that's why the freshman congresswoman, she's like, she wasn't taking it. She cussed. The Hispanic woman, she said, "Oh baby girl," the black woman cussed. Then she said, "Oh, so you can give it, but you can't take it." because you wanted to strike. I need you to strike that for the record. I said, but you can give it, but you can't take it on. She just connected right back to her, which was interesting. And the whole purpose of the chambers, they're trying to impeach Biden. That's the whole purpose. They're trying to impeach Biden.
So these are our leaders, huh?
And these are our leaders. And then the last is Sean Combs, Brother Love, Dr. Love, P Daddy, Puff Daddy, or P Diddy, or just Diddy. All the alias.
Put some spec on his name when you say it.
That's what Meek said.
Put some spec on his name.
Yeah. And Meek said, oh. Yeah. Put some respect on his name. That's Birdman. That's different character. Yeah, so they just show old film of him doing some damage, and that kind of messes up the image he's trying to clean up. It's a pullback, as a setback, but it's all going fair well. It's going to come out. Everything's going to come out. That's what your boy said. I don't care what you say. Everything's going to come out in 2004. That's right. Love it. don't care who it is. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, it seems like he was right. He's been right so far.
Yeah, but he been hitting it.
Yeah, he's been right so far. A whole bunch of stuff coming out.
Buffy like the party. You got to tell him no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that what I would consider as hot mess, hot stinking mess. Just too much.
Good description.
Hot mess. So all right. So what do you think the clarity of this broadcast versus the previous one?
It's good. It's clear. Video is very clear. Yeah.
Our transition was smooth even when I put the other videos too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you can hear the music in the background. So yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Only that I couldn't give my back picture. It came out crooked. It came out in reverse for some odd reason.
Yeah, it's good. We'll see moving forward, but it's the clear picture.
Yeah. All right. Let me close out.
All right. Keep your eyes on Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God.
Yes. Okay, how you cut this thing off? Oh, it's right here. I think. Hi. Hey, gentlemen, thank you for coming out. And even on a replay, I really appreciate you coming out. This is Hero's Journey with Dr. T. Here to encourage, motivate, and to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you have found any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, what you do is you grow with me, you build with me, you help me make it better tomorrow today. That's right. Make a better tomorrow today. So if you don't remember anything else from this video, when we did the discussion of the ruckus in the caucus, we talked about Kendrick and Drake, why, and we talked about Diddy. They do it. We'll see in the by and by. But in any case, when we talk about all that, that doesn't make no difference in your world and in your day. But what does make a difference is every day you get vertical. If you make the difference, and you too can make the difference by getting up and putting one foot in front of the other. Because every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. Yes, it is. Too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. So, with that being said, peace and blessings. And this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and we are out.